Good morning, everyone. I'm your anchor, Juan Mowahed, and this is Dubai News at 5. Thank you for tuning in. In today's headlines, there's a new era in the UAE as VAT takes effect. Burj Khalifa breaks the Guinness World Record. The introduction of a value-added tax regime in the UAE marks the beginning of a new era in the history of the UAE's economy. Now, the general public will start sharing the burden of budgetary spending. While the VAT is expected to contribute 12 billion dirhams to the UAE exchequer, studies show that the consumption tax across GCC countries is expected to raise additional revenues between 1.2 to 1.6% of GDP in the first year. VAT will be implemented gradually across the GCC in phases over the next year. In other news, around 1.5 million people turned up near Burj Khalifa in Dubai to watch the New Year's Eve show. This year, Emaar replaces the fireworks with a light show. As the clock turned 12, Burj Khalifa established a new Guinness World Record for the largest laser light and sound show on one single structure. The 10-minute show displays the symbols of the nation, including the UAE flag, the falcon in flight, and the Arabic language. In international news, Donald Trump declares Jerusalem as Israel's capital.
The announcement today marks the beginning of a new approach to conflict between Israel and the Palestinians.
The region braces for the prospect of unrest, and U.S. embassies around the world have been advised by the State Department to strengthen their security. U.S. government employees have been told to avoid Jerusalem's Old City and the West Bank until further notice. That's all for our news today. Now for entertainment news with Aya and Gado.
Thank you, Joanne. I'm Muhammad Gado, your host.
And I am Aya Salam. And this is 2 minutes of hot news. Elisa and her on-air scare plus your roundup of the worst dressed celebs at the Grammy Awards. Gado.
It was a real-life scare for Elisa on Friday night because the popular Lebanese artist passed out on stage during her performance at Dubai's Global Village. Videos of the iconic singer fainting went viral on social media. Wish for her speedy recovery. Wish for her speedy recovery from fans and celebrities immediately flooded social media. I just had a heart attack. What's going on, Elisa? Hope you're doing okay, Queen. Is it just dehydration and exhaustion, or there's some spicy hot news coming up on the way?
I guess we will just have to wait and see. In other news, the worst dressed at the 2018 Grammy Awards were actually here to come by this year. But there were still a few who we had to call out. Thankfully though, most of our stars kept it at 100. Save for a couple. Karen Fairchild likes to take risks and her red carpet looks, which we appreciate by the way, but we cannot get on board with this. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at it. Wispy white gown. While the color is certainly flattering, the dress looks a bit like, she's about to mold or something. And no one wants to leave feathers behind on a red carpet. First, let us just say, Emilio Harris is a legend, and we would never want to imply otherwise. But now that this is out of the way, what do we do with this? Look! There's a lot going on here, pattern-wise, and the overcoat and long skirt combination on top of the boots just feel a bit frumpy, don't you think?
But come on, look at the hair and makeup, it's on point.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Anyways, this is it for your 2 minutes hot news. Back to you, Joanne.
Thank you, Gado. Now it's time for your weather forecast with Afra Sharif.
Today, Dubai is sunny with 49% humidity. Expect a high of 24 degrees and a low of 16 degrees with winds moving southeast at 16 kilometers per hour. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy with 50% humidity. Expect a high of 23 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. The next few days will mainly bring clear skies with a high of 26 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. Winds will be moving at an average of 15 kilometers per hour. This week will bring colder weather, so dress in layers. It will be warm during the day and much cooler at night.
That's all we have for you today. I'm Joanne Mawahad. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.